Okay, let's go.
Hello everyone, welcome back again with your trainer Ibrahim Al-Mahallawi, your English fluency guide, and I am here to offer you an unforgettable journey to take your English to a very new height. If you'd like to skyrocket your level, just keep listening to podcasts like these in order to give you more and more vocabulary, phrases, and make you much more fluent. Today, I want to share with you an inspiring story that has a deep and meaningful lesson about honesty, something that can transform our lives in ways we might not expect. The story I'm going to tell is called The Emperor and the Empty Pot. Now, why talk about honesty? Well, I believe that being honest, even when it's tough, leads to real growth. Sometimes we don't plan for how honesty will shape our lives, but it has a way of working its magic. So let's get into the story. Once upon a time, in ancient China, there lived an emperor who was growing old. He had no children and knew that one day he would need to choose another emperor for this empire to inherit his throne. But instead of selecting one of his advisors or noblemen, the emperor decided to do something different and special. He announced to the whole entire kingdom that he would hold a special contest. All the people in the land were invited to participate. Each person would be given a seed, and whoever grew the most beautiful plant from that seed would be chosen as the next emperor. Now, there was a young person named Ping who was very excited about this contest. He loved plants and had always been able to grow the most vibrant flowers. Ping rushed home, planted his seed in a pot, and carefully watered it every day. Days passed, then weeks, but to Ping's disappointment, nothing sprouted. While other people showed off their plants which had begun to bloom into flowers and trees, Ping's pot remained empty. No matter how much he watered, nothing grew. Ping's heart sank as the day of the contest approached. He felt embarrassed and ashamed, especially when he saw the other people's plants. But determined to be honest, Ping decided he would bring his empty pot to the emperor. When the day arrived, people from all over the kingdom came to the palace, proudly displaying their flourishing plants. The emperor walked among the people, carefully observing each one. Then he came to Ping. Seeing Ping's empty pot, the emperor stopped and asked him, "Why did you bring an empty pot, Ping?" The emperor asked. Ping explained. His voice was really quiet. He was afraid. I did everything I could, Your Majesty. I planted the seed. I watered it every day, but nothing happened." The emperor smiled and turned to the crowd. "I have found my emperor, the future emperor." The other people were shocked. How can he be the next emperor while he didn't plant anything? He has just an empty pot. He has no plant. His pot is empty, they exclaimed. The emperor raised his hand for silence and explained that the seeds he gave to every one of them were dead. It can't grow at all. So how could you plant these beautiful plants and flowers? You are liars. You're not honest. But Ping was the only one who had the courage and honesty to bring me a pot with my seed in it without planting it because it's dead. He decided to tell the truth, even though it didn't grow. That's why he will be the next emperor. The next emperor should be honest, should have honesty. Now, let's take a moment to think about this story. Ping had no idea what would happen when he decided to bring the empty pot to the emperor, but his honesty, even in the face of failure and shame, led him to something far greater than he could have imagined. The lesson here is powerful. Sometimes we might feel that being honest puts us at a disadvantage or a weak situation, especially when everyone around us seems to be taking shortcuts or bending the truth. But honesty has a way of revealing itself as strength in the end. By staying true to himself, Ping not only proved his character, but also earned the ultimate reward to be the next and the future emperor. In life, we often face situations where we are tempted to follow the crowd or take the easy way out. But this story remained for years to teach us a very important lesson. It reminds us that true success comes from integrity, being honest with ourselves and others, even when it seems like honesty might not get us anywhere. It often leads us to places we never expected. So, the next time you find yourself in a situation where the truth seems hard or uncomfortable, remember Ping and the empty pot. Honesty is the key. In the long run, always pays off. Just be honest. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode in this series of the English Fluency lessons. I hope this story resonated with you as much as it did with me. Remember, honesty is a value that can shape our lives in amazing ways, even when we don't plan for it. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share it with someone who might need a reminder about the power of honesty today. I think all of us need it. And as always, stay tuned for more and more stories and episodes in order to take your English to a very new height. That's it for today. Be happy until I see you next time. Goodbye.